On yesterday's video, we had a comment from Elisa, and she was asking, she's struggling that she still falls asleep during the meditations. She was wondering what we do in case it happens to us, and it does happen to us a lot, especially to me, I think. You can hear me snoring sometimes, right? And it's actually a very natural phenomenon, so we'll talk about this with you today. And we'll also share with you how you can deal with it so it will not happen to you that more and you get the whole benefit of the meditations that you're doing.
If you're falling asleep when you meditate, and especially when you're starting to meditate, it is that because your brain is not used to the brainwaves change. And your brainwaves are only changing for you when you are falling asleep. And if you meditate in the bed and in the laying down position, it's even worse, because then the brain is just having a signal, okay, we are going to sleep. The body's laid down, and then the brain waves are already working yourself into sleep. So if you want to, even though the meditation is supposed to be sleeping meditation, you can start to practice sitting up during the meditation. It's going to be very beneficial for you because you will learn how to change your brain waves while you are sitting up, preferably, or sometimes you can also do standing up if it is safe and so on, but it doesn't have to be. And then while you are meditating, like maybe, I don't know how long is your meditation, if 30 minutes, then 15 minutes at least, you sit up, and then you can lay down and place your knees on some higher blanket or something, or you can lay down on a yoga mat, which is quite hard while you meditate, on the floor, so you don't fall asleep, and you place your legs up into the not very comfortable position, so the body knows that it's not going to fall asleep, it's going to do something different than you are used to. The brainwaves are going to accept this change and be able to switch also when you are not going to fall asleep, and it's a good trick.
Mm-hmm. I will say a little bit something about the brain waves, the different kind of brain waves that we are going through. Because in our waking day, we are usually in beta brain waves. That's like when we're active and aware and we analyze everything, we see everything, we calculate, and we still think, what will we do next, what have we just done, and who do I have to contact, and so on. We are very active. The brain is very active. And also during the day when we are awake, we can also sometimes go into alpha. You can see this, for example, when you're in front of the TV and you're just looking at it and your eyes are open, you look at the screen, at the TV, but you're not really conscious, you're in trance.
Or when you have to go to the toilet, you also have to get in an alpha.
Yes. Or you just do some mundane tasks that doesn't require all your brain function.
Did you see
can
how
slip
he said
into
yes
alpha.
about the toilet?
Yeah,
Because he knows, right?
Or you have you sit at school and you listen to the teacher, and you can also slip into alpha, and it's a much slower brainwave state. And in alpha, you're also much more suggestible to information to come in unfiltered. You're not analyzing that much. Things that are being said go in much quicker.
You're more prone to hypnosis.
Yes. And when we go to sleep at night, when we go to bed, we usually go very quickly from beta to alpha directly into delta, and delta is deep sleep. So you're asleep directly, and that's what we are used to. Some people have a really easy time to fall asleep at night, especially if you go to bed. If you meditate laying in the bed, your body associates it with sleeping, and it will do exactly that for you. You'll lay down and the body will just fall asleep because he thinks it's time to sleep. So, but what we want to do instead is we want to consciously stay in the state of alpha and then theta, and stay in that state, because that's where we are suggestible, that's where we can create, manifest, and access infinite consciousness. And what happens to me often is when I meditate, especially if I haven't meditated for a long time, is I sit in a meditation. I would rather lay down, of course, but I sit and I start to change my brain waves, and the normal reaction is this. I keep nodding to all sides,
Or snoring.
or I start to snore. And when I'm snoring, I'm usually already out. I already went right to delta. So we really want to practice staying in that theta state. And that's all it takes. We just need to practice. It's very good to do the meditation sitting up. Go away from the bed or maybe even bedroom. Find your spot where you can meditate in peace. Make it your sacred spot. You can also do it standing up, of course. And just practice over and over again. You really want to get to that moment where your body is sleeping, but your mind is still awake. That's when we can become pure consciousness, and that's when we can access the field.
And you will learn by doing this to be in charge of your brainwaves, which means that it's a very powerful tool for you to train this, because that's why we meditate. That's what we want. We want to keep ourselves in lower state of consciousness, even though, or lower state of brainwaves, consciousness as well, while we are living daily life, right? Because then we can react differently, we can be more compassionate and tap into those higher frequencies much easier.
In a stressful situation, we can, for example, get much better in changing our state immediately, because when we're stressed and we're in survival or we're aggressive, then we are in high beta brain waves level. That's very fast brain waves, and it's not synchronized, it's stress, it's chaos.
And if you are able now to look at this video, you are probably in a low beta brain waves. Just so you know.
You're calm, you're relaxed,
That's
you
when
take
you
in
learn,
information.
that's when you take in information. But you can still consciously filter what is okay and what is not. When you go to lower, it's alpha. It's when you can also reprogram your brain while you go to sleep or while you are watching TV and you are very relaxed. So you can use it for your benefit.
Yeah, so we want to get really good at changing our brain waves on command. And when we get really good at it, we can sit in a meditation and we can get into it like this. And it's amazing when we can do this much quicker and we can stay there much longer.
So stay on your track and keep doing what you're doing, because sooner or later the brain is going to listen to you, but you have to just give it some time. It's a new skill. It's something absolutely new what you're teaching to your body and to your brain. And then they have to learn it, and then you will become the master and not the brain and the body.
And we have to really say it's amazing that you have this symptom that you start to fall asleep in meditation, because it means you're no longer thinking and analyzing when you're sitting or laying in meditation, but you're actually already able to change brainwaves. You just want to catch yourself a little bit before you fall asleep. So it's really amazing. You're doing great when you get to this point. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that other people can get this message as well. If you want to become a better buddy with your body, subscribe to this channel. We're happy to have you in our community, and we'll see you next time.
And we send you a hug.
This is our dog Luna, and she loves to be in all of our videos. She seems so young. She's 13 years old, but today she was just having really cool energy and she just can't get enough of eating all the time.